to the.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Soul Strike. My name is Come to Us Evan, and with me today, it's Childish. What's going on, Childish? How are you?
Doing pretty good, my man. Just getting some things set up here for my farming. Always trying to get myself some additional resources, man. Good to be back. It's been a minute, man. How you been?
It has been, dude. I've been great, but I've also been better because I am sick as a dog right now, chat. So let me apologize in advance. You might hear me coughing a little bit. It's nothing crazy. I'm happy to report that it's like probably just a sinus infection. To be honest, I just got sick on the last day in Brazil. We have a lot to cover today in Soul Strike, guys. Let's say hi to folks in chat: Mad Kid Gr, Curdle, Jay Jang, Kinjao. Oh my goodness, Shama's back. Motive, dude. So many people, and that's just on Twitch. We got Simart, Atart, Call, and more. Guys, thank you all so much for being here today. So Childish, I figured what we could start out with is going through the 2.3.1 update. Do you want to take a look at that and we can walk us through it? Oh, Kinjal says, this is fun. This is like Summoner's War. You know, vaguely. Not exactly. not exactly. It's not really like essentially it's an idle RPG. And we can kind of go into more about like what separates it from its peers in the genre. This is a dangerous rabbit hole that we'll have to come back to, because once you get me started talking about it, I won't be able to start or won't be able to stop. But yeah, Childish, whenever you're ready, if we want to go through the 2.3.1 preview, I'm down.
Yeah. By the way, can you hear me okay? It looks like there was a connection issue there. I was just making sure that.
Yeah, I can hear you okay now. It was just a little momentary thing.
Okay, good. And again, guys, I know that there might be, I think they're looking at a echo issue there. Hopefully they get it resolved, but we'll kind of go through the flow here too. So again, 2.3.1 update is in place here. We got a couple things going on. The first of which, some new ultimate transcendent skills. We got Sword Tomb, of course. I'm going to be increasing the damage here. It looks like everything is going up when it comes to damage. Frost Lord's Touch, for those of you guys that are big fans of the water build. Thunder Fury. Armageddon, which I'm a big fan of because that's a really phenomenal skill for the Earth build. And then, of course, we got Goddess of War, which is a phenomenal skill for just about anybody, right? That's a staple in our lineup when it comes to our skill set. And then, last but not least, we got Lightning Strike Emblem. All these are going to be able to pre-transcend it. I know for a fact, Evan, that a lot of people that are in the free-to-play community that have been focused on the fire build, they're probably going to go for that Sword Tomb because that's a really good skill for the fire build.
Oh yeah. Thank goodness. Finally, the fire build can be on top for once. Am I right?
So it looks like my it looks like from the chat here, it looks like my audio is good. It's just Evan is not. So I'm sorry.
How's
Evan,
it sounding now, guys? Is it resolved now? I think everybody say hi and thank you to Mitchell, who's running the back end today. He's set everything up and he's also fixed the issues. Appreciate it, dude.
Okay. Is it good now? Is everybody good?
What up, Ultra Death Lord? What's going on, Death? How are you, dude? I hope it's better. I can't tell, unfortunately. Says okay, yeah, sick. Glad to hear that. Perfect. So we're all ship shape here.
Okay, great. So yeah, getting back into it. Some of the news titles that come into play. We got some final damage improvement with the gray, or for the Transcendent Sword Tomb here. Final damage. We got a little bit of attack, a little bit of HP. So naturally, for those of you guys that are like me that constantly forget to get those titles, make sure you're grabbing those titles because that's extra stats, which are going to improve your overall score and make things a little bit easier. Next up, we got the expansion coming in play. The improvements here for the Crowley skill, seal and the skill relic. We have a Desert Judgment added in, as well as the Toxic Blooms tray. So that'll be a couple of things to look forward to. In addition to that, the updated Mythical Skull and Relic summon. We have, of course, the Lightning Emblem and again the Toxic Boom Brace. So this is something that we're going to be able to take advantage of with those tickets. So keep an eye out for that. And then we have an increase on the pocket capacity, which I think is something that everyone can appreciate. I know from the people that are from the Sky Arena, every time we got an improvement for runes or whatnot, being able to hold a little bit more, it's always been a blessing. So being able to have more treasures, more runes, that's going to be very, very powerful for us moving forward with regards to the game here. Some other things that we got going on. Looks like we got some distributed Conquer stage awards. So it looks like we have an increase once again, moving in from 23,000 to 33,000. So for people like Epic Butter and only Epic Butter, they're in this range. Congrats, you're going to get some new rewards. And then, of course, we got to look at the big things here. I think this is some of the things that people were really, really excited about to see some changes. So we'll take a look at the adjustments for the allies, Mina, Vivian, and Wraith. So Vivian, it looks like we have an improvement in the level 1 awakening effect. Now it says every 20 seconds we pray to the moon for a blessing, increasing the earth boost of all friendly units for 10 seconds and reduces the earth res. Initially it did just a friendly boost for all 3 seconds, or sorry, for all friendly units for 3 seconds. So naturally it's quite a bit of an improvement there, going from 3 to 10 seconds here. And then we got the reduction for the earth res. So you can't really go wrong with a unit like Vivian. I think she was already really good, given the ultras and busts when you get it to Awaken 8 and get the friendly apply. But as you can see down below, they're changing all that. The A3 is going to an earth boost by 100%. And then the A8, and when I say A3, A8, guys, that's Awakening level 3, Awakening level 8. The benefit that everybody was a big fan of. Yeah, it's always good to benefit down. The ultras buff that would go to all friendly units. Now we get a Earth Res penetration of friendly units by 25%. So without question, Vivian's definitely going to be something that if you weren't incorporating into your lineup, you definitely should consider it, especially if you're one of those people that are of an Earth build, or which is something that you were utilizing back in the day. I think I thought it was always a really good unit, but it's definitely, it's obviously in my top 5 Earth units to incorporate in my lineup if I was using the Earth build. So that's going to be good. What's your thoughts on that so far there for Vivian there?
Sounds really powerful, dude. That sounds very good. I'd love to hear from chat as well what you guys are looking forward to, what you guys are using right now. Like just straight up Earth Boost sounds fantastic. I want to say hi to Ainz Al Ghul in the chat too. What's going on? Welcome back. And thank you, Death. We'll see you there soon. Oh no, Matt Sykes, the echo's back. No, dude. Uh-oh. Sorry to hear that. And Childish, have you had a chance to engage with the Transcended skills?
I'm going to do that today. So as you guys know, some of the Transcendent skills that were available prior to, they weren't really set up for my particular build. But with this one here, Sword Tomb, which is a staple, again, for the fire build, I'm very excited to do that one today. I think that we'll do some summons, and I'll probably go all in and see what we can get. I'll show you real quick while we got a second. I'm actually sitting here with, I think it was like level 7 or level 8. Where am I at? Level 8 right now. So I mean, it's going to be hard to get it. I mean, if we get super lucky, I'll be happy if we could do it. But it's definitely, like I said, I'm very excited because it's one of my skills that I'm very, very high in, comparison to some of the other skills that you see right here, A3, A5, A6 respectively. So yeah, it should be pretty good, man.
Oh yeah, Danny, salve Evans, bem, tudo beleza? Dude, I just got back from Brazil for the America's Cup for Summoners War. I had such a fun time. It was awesome. Eu amo Brasil. I learned how to say that one as well. So, overall thoughts on this update, Childish? What do you think? Give it a rating out of 10 for me.
I mean, again, on paper, it definitely looks like a 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I'm one of those people out there that I got to keep it 100. I can't give anything a 10 out of 10 until I really test it out and give my honest opinion. But overall, we're looking for more units that provide, obviously we're looking for more units that we can incorporate in lineup. We're looking obviously for some additional skills, ultimates and stuff like that, transcendent skills. So, it's kind of like, again, Sky Arena, the birth of Secondary Awakening. We know it's coming. We're just going to have to wait for it to roll out as it comes. And hopefully we get more skills that are beneficial to the population, sooner than later. And with the skills that they have lined up today, like I said, I'm obviously very excited for everybody out there, but I'm very partial to the people that are free to play or don't spend too much, because as you guys know in this game, you can't, when you invest in one side, whether it's physical, fire, whatever it is, you're going all in. It's really, really hard to invest into other things, and be able to have enough resources to do that. So for people out there that have been focusing on various things, I'm excited for them. But yeah, man, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. But like you said, too, I think that's a really apt description. It's like we can't give a 100% certain rating out of 10 until we actually try it, right? Until it's actually until we actually have our hands on it. And just a reference to chat real quick, you might have seen that a pinned comment just appeared in chat right now. That's the link to our dev Q&A survey. So if you have a question that you want to ask to the devs, you can fill that out, get yourself some ether for your time as well. That's the way that we accumulate all of the questions that we ultimately send over to the devs, and then they populate the dev Q&A later, which we actually have a dev Q&A later on today, along with a whole bunch of different ways to get you guys rewards, including like codes that are going to be disseminated throughout the stream. And there's a little surprise at the end of the dev Q&A too. We usually like to do a who's that ally, and we've got one of those for you today too. And what are you looking at right now, Childish?
Oh no, right now I was just looking at some of the events that's going on, the Harvest Moon Summit event. Again, it's a very, very nice thing that you guys been doing. I think it's been over a month now. You guys continue to do that. Being able to have the chance to get a little discount is great. I know for me, if you guys see right here, I've been saving a ton of resources here when it comes to the pets. So I'm going to get a ton of value when it comes to this. Obviously any opportunity when they get in, new skills, allies, relics, this 20% off discount is very good. I think it's, like I said, this is something that incorporated just a month ago. And the previous one, I don't think they've done this since the beginning, right? I don't think we've had any kind of discount. But
no, this is brand new. This is brand new. I love it. Yeah, it's just a brand new idea. It's like a rebate. I love it.
Definitely. So I guess one thing to kind of pin on over here, obviously there's a lot of new things, new skills in play. We got to give, I've been talking about the free-to-play community or not, but I cannot, forget my pay-to-win players, people that do spend a little bit of money in the game or have been saving resources to invest into the game. Has anybody in the chat tried out the Transcendent skills? Yeah, and if so, what's your take on it? What's your thoughts on it? Do you feel like the people that have been saving resources should invest on it? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, please keep it. Let us know if you guys have had time to engage with that content yet. Love to hear what y'all think. The other thing too is we are about 20 minutes into the stream right now, so it might be a good time to do a wheel spin, though it's going to be a wheel spin in a new type of way. Since I'm not there to physically spin a wheel, we have a new type of wheel to spin because we're still going to find a way to get you guys codes, but this time it's going to be totally random, online, no hands involved. So we'll get that up in just a second for you guys, so that way we can get a code for everyone who's joined today. So check it out. We got everything loaded into this wheel. Let's go ahead and spin it. Okay, let's see. And we got
30K.
Please,
30K.
ally summons. Yes, I was going to say, please don't land on class summons just for the debut of this wheel. Ally summons, we'll take that.
We'll take it.
Oh, let's go.
Right.
Awesome. Congratulations, chat. Ally summons. And now that option is going to get removed from the wheel too. So it'll eventually get easier to snipe the best ones out of all of them.
Summons here.
Oh, interesting. Harrison Chu. Transcendent skills are so OP. They are more overpowered than collab skill. Hope collab skill get transcend as well. That's interesting. Now that's a topic that we can talk about with chat too. It's like, what are your thoughts on transcending skills that not everybody has necessarily had the chance to get? That's kind of my question. Like, is that something that maybe you want to leave them to be untranscended, or is the worry that maybe one day once more transcended skills enter the game, they'll be left behind? That's what I'd ask the chat in return.
Yeah. And while chat's thinking about it, I think we're gonna try to make an argument for some way of considering it. I know that we've done things in the past where we brought back various collaborations or whatnot, so that they can get an opportunity to get certain things. And as we already know, there are certain collabs with various skills that are pretty crucial to part of like core foundations of various collaborations and whatnot. So if I recall correctly, wasn't Possessed Tenor part of a collab a while back? And if I recall correctly, this is one of the first skills that they introduced that provided that defense break that we were looking for. Obviously, I feel like it's a phenomenal skill that should be incorporated, but we have seen the trend with CompToUs bringing in new allies, new skills that do have that defense reduction we're looking for. So maybe we can get away with it, but I don't know. I think there's certain collab skills that we definitely may want to consider, so we don't, so we can keep the game relatively balanced. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a good call. And we've got Rainier in the chat saying, I believe collab skills need a revamp, not necessarily transcend, as collabs come by here and there. And if it's not worth to pull, no one will pull, even if there is a rerun. I see what you're saying. So it's like there needs to be added value into the collaboration skills, but not necessarily transcendence. That's going to be an interesting thing to see how the devs approach that. Honestly, guys, that's also the type of question that would be perfect for that dev Q&A survey. So if you guys are curious about how they're going to approach collab skills in the future, even amidst a growing environment of like transcended skills, that could be a good moment to ask. Check it out. See if you guys want to throw that in there. Matt Sykes. Yeah, it's going to happen. Yes, there will definitely need to be some more balancing in the future for sure. Awesome. I can't wait to hear it, Rainier. But that's great. So now we've looked over the update a little bit. If we want to, now actually might be a good time to jump into the dev Q&A, since we've kind of been talking about that stuff a lot. Are you down for that, Childish?
Yeah, you know, I'm always down for that. Let's do it.
Let's do it, dude. Okay, so I've got it open over here. I'm gonna let you read the question, and I'll read the dev's answer. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. RNZ sets, will we be able to transcend Cecilia and other Grandis allies soon?
So the dev said, regarding the Transcendence system, it was initially introduced to bring renewed spotlights to certain allies and skills that had been overshadowed by the meta and deck builds over time. At this moment, it's difficult to make any definitive comments on future updates for those specific allies. However, we will positively take into consideration the Master's feedback. Thank you. So not quite we will positively... we will reflect on this positive. I forget what we wanted to make into the shirt. Their usual comment saying that they will consider this positively. Yeah, this is kind of a complex thing with the Transcendence system. So I imagine that they're probably taking it quite seriously and they're treading cautiously as well. So I don't think this is necessarily saying yes. I think it's just saying that they're taking it into account as we grow in this. Any thoughts on this, Childish, or should I jump to the next question?
No, I mean, I kind of echo what you say. They really need to be careful about what they do. You know, it's real easy to get something a little bit off and unbalance the game, and then people invest into it, and then they change it, and they, you know, they can be happy. So I'm glad that they're taking their time with it. I'm sure that they'll make a, you know, educated decision for the betterment of the community.
Absolutely. Next up, from Synthara SW.
It's, can we get buffs to some of the transcendent skills and allies? Many feel like absolute traps if you wasted crystals on them.
Before I read the response, let me just say salve in chat to Daniel Carioca. Dude, it's so good to see you. Beijão. Beijão, Carioquinha. Loved meeting you in Brazil, dude. Also, I'm sick right now, Daniel. I'm so sorry, bro. The devs replied to this saying, we've also seen feedback from Masters expressing disappointment that the performance of some allies after Transcendence did not meet their expectations. The dev team is fully aware of this and will carefully review the feedback to ensure that the title of Transcend truly lives up to its name. Thank you. That's great. That's an awesome piece of feedback for that. So that tells me that they're definitely in that zone of wanting to balance and give out buffs to certain things that might have not necessarily like landed properly.
And I just want to, I think we say this every time too. But I got to give a shout out to them because I feel like they're tackling some of the really big things that people have been talking about. You know, you see companies here day in and day out. You know, we do dev Q&As, but they really don't address the like real questions that we have or some of the tougher ones. They're really getting it in there these last few months. So I'm really happy that they're talking about it and, you know, kind of letting people know what's going on and providing some transparency here in certain spots.
Yeah, I love that. That's a really good note, actually, Childish, because, you know, the devs ultimately choose which questions that they want to answer.
Correct.
And I do really appreciate their level of honesty and that, like, it's like this is not necessarily one that we chose to like. It's like they get an amalgam of questions and they're like, yeah, we'll answer this one. And I've always appreciated that they've taken the hard questions and like they've taken this as an opportunity to be open and transparent with us. I think that's really cool. Thank you so much, Shama. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Yeah, it's nothing too crazy. I just feel kind of like, I just feel weak, and I've got like it's a sinus infection. It's nothing insane. But I'm definitely still not feeling 100%. Thank you for that question, Synthara, and to the devs for the answer. Let's go to the next one from Suko on Twitch.
Both states, will we be able to transmute monster card dungeon keys in the future?
Whoa. And so the devs say, we have confirmed that the monster card content has become one of the key growth areas for many masters, which naturally increases the demand for the dungeon's keys. We'll review the suggestion as a possible way to ease this growing need for dungeon keys. Thank you. That is about as close to a yes as you can get. And, that also tells me that they might not necessarily say like, okay, we're going to go the transmute route for the card dungeon keys. That might be that they have a method in mind. Like, they're definitely going to get more keys to us somehow. It might just not be the way that we're thinking.
A question, would it be possible, I know this is a little bit off the topic, but would it be possible if Mitchell's able to switch to my screen real quick with regards to the monster or the dungeon keys and whatnot?
Yeah,
I just want to go wrap it real quick here, because again, this is a great opportunity to talk to the community, whether you're watching it live or watching it later. A lot of things that I've learned over the last 2 weeks. I had the opportunity of Epic Butter, who's obviously one of the best out there in our summoners, in our Soul Strike community. I connect with him. We learned a lot of things, and there was one of the things that he told me that I really want to pass on to you guys. The alchemy, the creating of keys that we were just talking about in that question. A lot of new people, maybe have seen it but don't really get involved in or doing it. So I just want to let you guys know, into alchemy under transmutation, right here is going to be where the keys are at. Generally speaking, you can make an order for any key, but I've been really pushing for the orcish punch bag, because it's one of the things that provides that additional final damage. As you guys know, when you use your orcish keys, you get your resources here, and you'll be able to utilize this to level this up and get yourself some additional final damage. Final damage is one of the best in-game stats we have, and any opportunity to use the materials that we collect to get those keys and get additional resources to get this final damage up, you're going to see a phenomenal improvement. And I know I have. I've recently gained roughly about 3,500 levels in the last couple of weeks alone. We tweaked a couple of things in our account, but you reminded me about those keys and the fact that people are sitting on a lot of resources that can be utilized for those keys, and they're not taking advantage of. So I just wanted to point that out, since we had a question on the dev Q&A there.
Dude, I'm so glad you showed that. I'm so glad you showed that, because especially the one that you highlighted there, the orcish punching bag one, that's a really solid key to transmute if you're going to be doing it. It's obviously, it's one of the more expensive ones in terms of of what is actually demanded for it in there, but look at this. So here's how you get the intricate totem for it, but it yields really great results, like final damage, and of course all the incremental upgrades that you get on your way to upgrading the cube. So definitely listen to Childish on that one. And Mitchell, we can jump back over to the dev Q&A. I think that was a really good note.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be able to transmute card dungeon keys in the future, though again, the way that they answered that makes me just think that they have a method in mind that is not necessarily transmutation, but that's not to say that they won't let us do it. I'm just saying I'm getting that vibe. That's just what I'm feeling in the force right now. Okay, next up from Laudarian.
Laudarian says, is there any new ways to acquire Chrono Shards? It seems established guilds have kind of a monopoly over castles, and it hurts the overall game progression for newer players.
Whoa. And the devs said it, dude. We will positively review the suggestion you've provided. Thank you. So it seems like they're going to try to see if they could maybe increase the ways in which you can acquire that currency. Also, yeah, positively reviewed. That's a big deal. That's like the long way around of saying yes. Excuse me. JG Blitz on YouTube. Hi everyone, I'm not that much in depth into Soul Strike, but I do have some questions. I'm so glad to hear that, JG Blitz, and this is the perfect time for it. If you have questions, the chat and Childish, we can all be we can all help you with it. to the best of our ability. Akanado said, I came looking to see if I was about to get addicted to Summoner's War again. What is this, dude? Welcome to Soul Strike. So what you're looking at right now is actually the dev Q&A for it. So this is obviously not the game. This is a slides presentation. But the game itself is like an idle action RPG, and I would implore you to at least check out the gameplay and watch us play it after the dev Q&A, because it's very different from other idle RPGs. Like, again, at risk of going down that rabbit hole again, Soul Strike solved a lot of the issues. Like, it addressed all the problems that I had with the genre prior to this. I'm a big fan of this game and how it tackles common problems that are associated with idle RPGs. But without further ado, let's continue down here. For this next one, dude, 172 centimeters asks that.
Very nice. All right, so 172 says, will physical ever be buffed soon? We are falling off.
We are falling off is crazy, bro. Dude, okay, let's see what the devs have to say about this, and then we can talk about it. Said, thank you for sharing your thoughts regarding the physical attribute. Soul Strike features 5 different, they're really breaking down the elemental relationship for us right now. We're constantly exploring ways to ensure that masters can enjoy the fun and strategic depth across all of them. Thank you for your feedback, and we'll continue to make each attribute enjoyable in its own way. So I definitely don't think it's how can I say this? I don't think it's going to be too divisive to say that, like, the other attributes aside from fire are still waiting for, like, their moment in the spotlight. But I feel like physical is kind of getting close. Like, ever since we had the was it the nanomachine collaboration where we got the physical, we got that physical skill.
We got the skill.
Ever since then, I
around
think
the time
physical
of Grandis and all that.
Yeah, I think so. I think physical has been one of the ones that the devs have really had their eyes on for improving first, and now it's kind of like in the wind section. But I think I should probably turn this over to chat and to Childish as well. How do you guys feel about where physical is at right now? Do you feel like it's on the up and up, or do you feel like maybe it's stagnated a little bit? And love to hear from you, Childish.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, I'm reading the chat right now. I agree with Matt Sick, or I don't know if it's pronounced Matt's X. Yeah. So I thought when we first started the game, we were big fans of physical. That was just something that we utilized quite a bit. I remember, even now looking at my the skills of physical, I can almost tell you right off the map, like some of the skills that I was always incorporating. The Radiant, Judgment, big fan of that. Bismol, like these are all the Guardian skill as well. So we had, like, I feel like it's always been a decent one to use. Like he said, it's never been the best, but it's never been the worst. It's always been a good one. And again, it's a neutral one. So for those that didn't have enough points or attributaries to negate the elemental disadvantage, physical was just kind of a good, one to go for if you didn't have the other, the other ones. So yeah, it can always improve like everything else, but yeah.
Hey, yo, it's me, says 172. Yeah, this is your question, bro. Yeah, I agree with what Childish said, and I think Laldarian puts it really, really well in the chat. Says main issue of physical is allies. Skills are fine, but the allies, there's nothing really to transcend compared to like the Fire Duke, New Wind, Earth buffed allies. I think that that's a fair assessment because like Childish pointed out, we have always like used physical skills in our builds. Like even amidst like certain fire builds, like you'll still see physical mixed in. I'm looking at a physical skill on my setup right now as I'm talking about this. So I don't think that physical is bad or necessarily falling off. I think falling off is a bit extreme. But I do see what you mean. And I think the devs are aware of this. I think they're definitely aware that like they've given attention to individual attributes at a time, and it's going to be kind of a slow build until they're all at this nice neutral where like they're all equally powerful. And you don't want to act on that too quickly, otherwise you're going to create weird like deficits and like make people really go. We're going to have another like only fire build situation again, and we don't necessarily want that. So this was a really good prompt, actually, 172. I think this sparked an excellent discussion. Before we continue with the dev Q&A, I would love to get people another code. Maybe we could do another spin on the wheel.
Let's do it.
If that's chill, let's do that.
Do a spin.
Okay, so you'll notice that the ally summons is no longer in here. I think Shama requested a 360 spin on the chair. Let's do it. Let's spin it.
All right, 360 spin. I don't know if I can do it. I got my...
Yeah, I know. I had to back away. I was afraid I was going to bump my mic. Oh, Shama's the GOAT, dude.
I can't do it. Push it through the 30K, 30K!
I'm telling you, bro. Oh my God. Shama's like the prophet. This goes so deep, man. Like, Shama always calls it somehow. I don't get it, but like, that's crazy. Okay. Elton asks the following.
Look, Elton says, are there any plans to add legendary and below skills, allies, relics, or packs? Right now, we've only got new mythicals.
Ooh, good question. It's quite interesting to receive questions about potential additions to the legendary rarity instead of the typically powerful mythical tier. At this time, there are no plans to add new legendary grade components. I honestly, I kind of agree with the devs. This is going to be another interesting conversation for sure. You know, a lot of times I've seen, and this is just speaking from like personal experience and what I've seen in like other games like Summoner's War, etc. People will ask for like lower rarity units. They'll get added in, and then they won't necessarily be used because they're not as desirable. They have lower ranges of efficacy than mythicals, or whatever that game's equivalent may be, right? You know, so I think personally speaking, I like that the devs would focus in on the mythicals because they're going to be more interesting for people. But what do you think, Childish?
Oh, I agree. You know, again, for you and I coming from Sky Arena, we saw that we used to always get, you know, new 3 stars, 4 stars, or 5 stars alike. I can't remember the actual year, but I can remember that Raccoon was the last genre of units that we got 3 stars before they stuck with 4 stars and 5 stars respectively. So the fact of the matter is that, you know, these mythical skills are obviously going to be the best ones for the buck. But to be fair, we do gotta you know, give a little love for the skills before us, because in this game, you know, that's different than others. It is still important to, you know, level those up when we get resources and whatnot, you know, because of all the unique effects, the passive effects that we get by just leveling up. All right, so it's something that we cannot, you know, push aside. So I'm hoping down the road, you know, they just continue to incorporate more transcendent stuff, you know, when it comes to skills allies. But you know, if they just focus on what they're doing for now, that's fine with me, as long as we can still take advantage of it. Yeah.
I'm with it for sure. Eileen, what's going on? And yes, so I'm still reviewing that. So like I've sent that over to the devs. Sorry guys, this is a Summoner's War question. That's why I'm not highlighting exactly what it is. But I've sent it back over to the devs a second time. So hopefully they can review it positively in Soul Strike lingo, you know, this time around. But I've done everything that I can on my end. I've pitched it to them. I've explained it. So we'll see what they do to them and if they're able to dedicate dev time to it. Thank you for checking in, and thanks for coming by today too. Oh my God, so Blitzing Star GG Blitz, congratulations.
Congrats.
Let's move on to the next one. Simart.
All right. Let's take a look here. We have Simart here. So Simart says, I would like to suggest adding flavor text to the bottom of the monster cards, like on IRL TCG. Okay, I see you. I like it.
I like that. Oh, I really like that. The devs say, we really appreciate the idea about adding descriptive text to the bottom of monster cards, and that could indeed make it feel more like an authentic TCG experience. Thank you for the great suggestion. Truly. No, that is a very stellar suggestion, Simart. As we all know, I'm a big MTG fan. I love card games in general, and also Soul Strike has like a weirdly good narrative for this genre, like a suspiciously good like setup and story for this, and this could be a really nice way to kind of explore moments of that within the realm of the card games. Now, with that said, a lot of them are mostly just like monsters that you end up fighting, but I think they could easily find ways to drop some lore in this. Great idea. I'm a big fan of this. Childish, what do you think?
Well, I was gonna say, well done, Sim. I feel like Simar's always had some really good ideas over the months, so it's always good to, you know, continuously have people come back and provide us feedback. So yeah, I'm very appreciative of that suggestion.
100%. Yes, Simart, you're hilarious, bro. The electric mouse. True. Also, I love all the comments on YouTube about water. They were like, physical's falling off.
Yeah.
That's what water's doing, bro. Like,
you know the funniest thing, going back to that question that we had, the first thing that I thought of when they said that was like when you guys watch like YouTube videos or whatnot, and people will say like, oh, two views in 15 minutes, bro fell off. Like it just that's like the one line I see in every single like YouTube video or whatever like that for any like game, for any like, even if they're trolling sometimes, it's so funny to see.
That's what it reminded me of too. And I also, to validate Atart as well as Null, that's what I thought of too. I was like, yo, physical is fine. We need to help water stat. Okay, let's go to the next one from David.
Let's see what we got here. So David says, would you all consider adding Chronicles of the Demon faction as an event? Yes, great job and kicky butt. Flex emoji, flex emoji, flex emoji. Keep up the good work, my dudes. Praise. Birthday. Flex emoji, flex.
Dude,
I feel like I had to
David
do it.
Was hyped right at that. That's
they put
awesome.
the emojis in, right? I don't know. I apologize. I'm not Gen Z or Gen Alpha. I don't know all the names of each emoji, but I know the flex one. That's the only one I know.
Oh yeah, we know the flex one for sure. They said thank you for sharing the thoughts about the Webtoon collab. Since the suggestion came from a master who knows Soulstrike well, we will be sure to look into the Webtoons content and the theme. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, Soulstrike has done a myriad of collaborations with like Webtoons. I'm personally unfamiliar with that one, I think, but I would, I think that they do a really good job of like checking to make sure that everything fits well within Soulstrike's like theme, the ambiance, the aesthetic, etc. So I think that's a really welcome one for sure. Okay, let's go to the next one from, it's JG Blitz. Oh my goodness. JG
Blitz. Okay, let's see what we got here from JG Blitz. So JG says, is there perhaps a chance to get old collabs items again, like the Devilmon from Summoners War collab, or maybe those great old allies like Vanessa or Artemil from the same collab? Maybe a little twist to it, like making those Soulstrike original?
That boom. Yeah, so, and the dev said, thank you for the questions regarding the SW collab's return. Took place last summer. As globally beloved title, the collab brought us great joy as well. However, when it comes to returning collabs, there are contractual and licensing factors with the IP holder, making it difficult to give clear answers during the dev Q&As. However, we will review your feedback positively. Thank you. I love that, actually, that second paragraph there, because it's very transparent. They're like, unfortunately, it's kind of hard to answer like in these moments, because with a lot of these collabs, like those contracts, those background agreements do make things a little bit complicated for returns. Now, with that said, I would hope that the Summoners War one would probably be the easiest out of most of them to make a comeback, considering that like their sister companies in the publishing house, right, Come to Us Holding versus Come to Us proper. So like I would definitely never say never in terms of like a return for that, though just speaking plainly right now, I don't know of any plans of that making a return at the moment. I personally love JG Blitz's last suggestion. We're creating a Soulstrike original version of like previous collabs. I would say that I'd be more in favor of that if Soulstrike wasn't so good about already doing these returns, like the reruns of the collabs. I don't know how they do it, but like they've had multiple reruns of old collaborations, bringing them back with something new that makes them worthwhile. It's like it's not just a repeat. It's like it's enhancing it, it's transcending it from what it was before. So I would hold out hope that Summoners War would come back. I feel like it's more than likely, you know what I mean? But just again, that's from my perspective as Evan, not necessarily from Come to Us, right? Because that's just a feeling that I get, especially because there's so many monsters in Summoners War. Like we could get a return of some of the most popular and then maybe add in a few more or bring them back with treasures, etc. But I don't know. What are your thoughts, Childish?
So my thoughts are as this. I was really happy that they put this comment out because, in my personal opinion, I want to obviously be here for the people. But to be fair, I believe Come to Us has done a pretty good job incorporating some of the new relics that essentially are like the next level, like the evolved, what's it called? Like the new relic to do. So for example, I'm taking a look at right now on my screen, the Devilmon doll, which provides the increased levels of equipped allies and skills by,
nice. Could we jump over to Childish? Thank you so much, Mitchell.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I probably should have said it. So right now we made the comment about like Devamon Doll and have the opportunity to get it. I think everyone should get it, but like this particular one here, part of that collab is, you know, a really, really nice one when it came out because it wasn't here. But what Comptos is doing is providing, again, those new relics, those new enchantments that we can obtain that can get our like various little added bonuses that we're looking for. So for example, we have Mirror of the Underworld, which I believe when it is canon, we get that benefit of the equipped allies and skills by 20. So, you know, if we are limited on our spots here, we can take a look at various relics, specific enchantments to get everything that we're looking for from these previous relics ones, and then we'll go ahead and you know put the best of the best in there.
Everybody's like, "Oh my God, Childish Jr. It's a Childish."
Yes. My sincere apologies.
No, don't apologize, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You're doing good. That's great.
But yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah,
that's my take on it. I think there's quite a handful of new relics that provide some additional benefits to it, enchanted or not. I think they're obviously some of the old school relics, just to be able to have them in our Pokédex, you could say, would be good. But I think moving forward, they've really put an emphasis on providing relics that have 2 or 3 of the things that we're looking for in one relic. Of course, assuming that you get the enchantment, and then obviously getting the best of those in your lineup to utilize. This is my current one for the fire build, and I've pushed it out multiple times, testing out new things. Once again, that's another thing to kind of consider as well. When you are playing around with these new combinations of relics and whatnot, skills or allies, right? Don't forget to do testing. Testing tells you everything. Hop into the dungeon, do some training dungeon there, get it in there, and see how it works out.
Absolutely. It's great advice. JG Blitz says, guys, should I try to pull more mythical allies? Yeah, absolutely, yep. Bro. What the heck? Dude, the summoning never stops.
It never does.
Thank you for that question. Thank you for the question, by the way, JG Blitz. I love stuff like this that creates discussions. It's very, very cool. Let's go to the next one. Dude, we've still got more. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? All right, that's what it's saying. All right, the future updates. Will there be a chance to lower the price of the merchant, especially Lily? She's great, but kind of expensive. Hashtag I agree.
Charging an arm and a leg. Yeah, they said thank you for that feedback. We previously made improvements to better align her item selection with Master's needs. We will take into account your valuable feedback regarding pricing concerns. Thank you. So it sounds like they've had to have a talk with Lily about lowering those prices in the past. But that could definitely happen again, is what they're saying. Okay, that's great. I think there's not a whole lot. Oh, it's the Guess the Ally quiz. So guys, before we get into this, I would love to do one more wheel spin, and then we can come back to this. So let's get a code for folks, and then we can get more people, more rewards. So we can jump over to that whenever you're ready, Mitchell. Perfect. Okay, guys.
All right.
Any requests, folks? I know we had the 360 chair spin before. Any other requests before this one? Backflip? Oh, spin. Brother, you're in, dude.
you can go old school for the people out there charged. We could do some neck rolls for you.
Do some what? Do some what?
Neck rolls from the Summoners of Sky Arena community. Extra neck rolls equals neck rolls. Yeah. It might be a little hard for you, Evan, because you're very thin. But for those of us that are a little more thick with 2 C's, we got a little goodness in the back of our neck. We kind of go up and down a little bit, show a little love, get some neck rolls to provide a little energy. You know what I'm saying? You got to flip it though. You got to flip it like it.
We tried it and we got. Oh, and it paid off. We got relic summons. Childish is right.
There it is.
Childish is right yet again.
There it is,
relic
right there.
Summons, baby.
So again, bam, if you want to get more relic summons, just do neck rolls in your life. You do some neck rolls that just come to your way. You just wake up and it'll be in your box. That's it.
That's a good one. Dearmo, thank you so much for the raid, by the way. Welcome everybody to the stream. We're playing Soul Strike today. We're at the tail end of the dev Q&A, and we're just about to start the Guess the Ally quiz. You guys know how this works right now. Basically, we have 5 rounds of guessing the ally, and every time we are going to give 30k ether to the person who guesses the correct ally first. Now, a couple caveats with that. You can only win once. You're more than welcome to participate even after you win. Just don't expect us to call on you again if you happen to get it right first again. You can only win once, but you're free to continue participating. In order to redeem your reward, you can contact admin on Discord. And if you're not yet a part of our Discord server for Soul Strike, you can see the link circling on the lower right hand corner of your screen right now, actually. And the last thing I will throw in is, well, actually, wait a minute. Did I already talk about this? I might have already talked about it. Yeah, we're good. That's everything. I think that's everything. Okay, guys, 5 rounds. Round 1. Are we ready? Let's do this.
No, I'm ready.
Here we go. Who's that ally? I know who it is. I know who it is immediately. I know who it is. Whoa!
I was gonna guess Ro.
Okay. I think everybody knows who it is, but I don't want to. It is, yes, Marigo got it first. Perfect. Marigo, it is Ruel. I would know Ruel from a mile away, bro. That's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little salty because Ruel was one of the units that I missed in the promotion of it, and I did not get the resources to get it up to A3. That's definitely a good one to have for your Fireland. I'm a little sad right now.
Also, Death says, of course, Evan knows it from the foot. Hey, yo, whoa. You guys are all freaky to know Ruel immediately from her feet, says Meat Merp. Brother. Okay, round 2 starts now. Who's that? Is it all feet? Is it all feet?
There it is. It might be.
Oh,
who doesn't look at a good foot, you know? You got that to look at, or you got to look at me too, guys. If you guys are wondering why my hands and every once in a while I'm just kind of flaring my stuff, I got 3 flies that are trying to eat me alive right now. So every once in a while I just smack my face or hit my head, or
you're under attack.
I am under attack. They're trying to destroy me.
Did admin prepare this segment? I don't know if admin wants me to call him out like that, but yes, he put this together. Has anybody gotten it yet? Wait a minute. Oh, wait, yes. A-Tart got it. It is Avalanche. And I think we got Avalanche over here from Shama as well, but A-Tart on YouTube got it mere moments before.
Pretty impressive.
Guys, yeah, this is impressive, but also I'm not going to forget this. I'm not going to forget the fact that y'all know this just from the feet, okay? Right? Round 3 starts now. Boom. Whose foot is that? This one's actually easy. I hate to say it. This one's pretty easy. I know this one.
Should be a quick one. Wow, you guys are good.
Yeah, they're good. Good is a word for it, for sure. They're good is something. What, like, you know. Velfrost. Boom. That's Eve. That's some Eve toe right there. Bro said sniff sniff at the end. That's crazy. Okay. Mods, we're gonna have to let's ban Velfrost.
Get the band name there. Where's the hammer?
Yeah, let's get the hammer. No, I'm just kidding. Round 4. We got 2 more rounds. Ready? Round 4 starts now.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Make a comment about
wait, that's not a foot. That's not a foot.
Ooh. Oh, the hair.
Oh my god.
The hair's sticking in there. Yep.
Oh, I remembered what I was gonna say earlier. Spelling matters. Just so you know, spelling matters.
Oh, there you go.
But I think we got it. I think somebody got it.
Yeah.
Yes. Re-Renier. It is in fact Grandis. It is in fact Grandis. Good job. There was definitely a foot opportunity for sure, but you know what? This isn't Starseed, right? This is Soul Strike, so we don't need to focus on the feet all the time.
I know. You know, considering who Grandis is, there's a lot of other things we can focus on, but we'll not say it. We'll just stick to the sword and the hair. You know what I mean? Wink, wink.
Okay, round 5. Round 5 is coming up. Are we ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Ready-ish. Ready in a manner of speaking. Round 5. 3, 2, 1. Who's that? Whose leg is that? Whose calf and shin is that?
least it's not the whole fruit. It's like partial fruit.
Yeah, it's just like a little bit. It's like the Achilles heel. Wait, has anybody gotten it yet? No, not yet.
We got a mix. So. We got a mix in here.
Yeah, we have like a smattering.
The pink bow should give it away.
Oh,
pink bow should give it away.
Laldarian. Nice. Childish, you called it. You said the pink bow should give it away, and it does. That was excellent. Well done, guys. Well done. Okay, so I think that's it for the Q&A. I think that's it for that is in fact it for the Q&A. Congratulations again, DM on Discord. Congratulations to Marigo, Atart, Velfrost Shama, Laldarian. Please contact on Discord, and then I think there was also a message for 172 centimeters to also contact admin on Discord. So just make sure that you get that as well. Cool. Okay, dude. So for now, do you have some summons, Childish? Maybe we could do something like that.
We have to, man. It's the full moon festival here. We got to get ourselves some discounted stuff. Now, again, the thing that we got a couple of things that we can do here just to pop off, but I want to focus on the skills because of the sword tune. We want to get this one up since this one is one of the skills that is Transcendence. I'm looking to see what kind of damage I could do. So again, for those of you guys that are curious as to how much it costs to invest in some of the skills, we're going to show you here with the resources we have, how many copies we get. So again, we're sitting here, Awaken 8, 6 out of 11. We're going to go the distance here. We're gonna see how lucky we can get. Because I don't think I'm gonna get enough to get a Transcendence, but we will definitely put forth the effort. We will definitely.
Death says, "Hey Evan, now I know what type of person you are. You're gonna be in trouble come December. Why? But why am I in trouble? Why am I in trouble, bro? That's not. Oh wow! Congratulations, Childish. Oh my God, that poll.
That's a good one. That was a good poll. The best I've done is 4 in a thing here. So we already got 3 of the pity summons there. 3 of the ones. I'll grab those at the very end, but I can see it.
You're on an incredible streak of mythicals, by the way.
We're getting a good amount. And we're getting the
oh my God
ones we want.
This man does not miss.
No, we're doing pretty good here.
This man does not miss. What the heck?
Okay, now that you said that, you're jinxing me. We just
now that I said it, you started missing.
yeah. All right.
He does miss.
So this is a really good pull right here, getting 2 of the same copy that we want. Again, fighting off the flies. Good times. We're going to go all the way just to kind of show you guys where we're at right now. I think it was about 1.9 million. We're sitting about 1.4. So kind of get an idea for those of you guys that save up your resources for specific skills when they come out for various pickup summons. This is kind of where we're at right now. And I think we've gotten at least 6 to 8 copies of Fortune. Of course, that's all RNG at the end of the day. But
also, I'm don't hate me, chat. I just did a bunch of summons on the side, and my summons are probably the exact opposite of what Childish is experiencing right now. I don't think I've ever had worse luck in my life. It might have something to do with the fact that I'm at home today and not in the studio. Maybe the Come To Us Wi-Fi is blessed for Soul Strike, but like I don't think I've ever summoned so poorly in my entire Soul Strike career. So you didn't miss anything. I just want to let you know.
Right. And here we are. I think we're on the last one. Oh, one more. And then, so here we've maxed out our line. So again, we were at, if you remember, Evan, we were at Awaken 8, 6 out of 11. So before I even grab everything, we have gained 8 copies, right? 14 out of 11.
Right.
And then with the additional ones here now, we're at 31. So let's take a look to see how close we got. Again, it's going to take...
Wait, yeah, how close are you? Oh. Yeah.
We're gonna need a little bit more without question, but we're definitely getting up there.
You're getting really close though. 9, 10, Transcend. Wait.
Transcend right here, right?
Can you do it?
Oh, I need some resources. I wasn't prepared. I didn't think I was gonna hit that. I wasn't prepared.
So close.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Well, the good thing is that it is maxed now, so we'll be able to get this one send it here in a little bit. So.
Right. Yeah, you're getting really close.
Oh, well, look at this. We can get it right now for $79.99. There you go.
Oh, you're getting the
just out the counters for the pop-up. Look at that. What a deal, yeah.
I just got Void Judgment on the side. My first copy of Void Judgment. That's pretty sick, actually.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Let me wait. I'm doing it on the side because I have a feeling we won't necessarily have enough time, because we actually have to do the ball drop right now, because we gotta
yeah, I'm ready for the ball drop.
So we can do that too. And thank you, Death. I appreciate that. Said Evan, I miss your push-up streams. Dude, me too, actually. Maybe when I'm better. Guys, this is a test run. So this is how your names will be presented, and then we're going to drop them through this funnel mixed with an obstacle course. And the first 3 to make it down to the bottom get 30k ether. But just like all the others as well, you should talk to admin on Discord to get your code.
Oh, and by the way, I see your message there. Don't forget to claim the free ether from the Papas. You got it, buddy. We'll get that done in the back.
Nice.
And
there we go. So this is the test, just to get us all on the same page. But your names will be replaced in there. So we'll come back to that ball drop as soon as it's ready, and we'll get some folks 30k ether. If I win, I want an Evan meme pic posted on socials. Roger that, Shama. Meat Burp says, I'm calling it. I'm coming in on 32nd place. Okay, well, let's see. We got all these folks on here. We're going to shuffle them up, and we're going to drop them.
I think Ultra Deathlord is going to win. Ultra Deathlord, I'm calling it right now.
Ultra Deathlord's going to win?
Ultra Deathlord, let's go.
Calling it now. Oh, Epic Butter. The Epic Butter was here. He was here. And
wow.
Uh-oh, that's not the best position, as we know. Pink Labor Place is about to get scooped out. Oh no, denied. Marigo is primed and ready, followed by Demeanor. Wait, Pink Labor Place finds its way into the second position. Marigo is our first place winner. The scoop comes back. Pink Labor Place. Whoa, and not Zach.
Oh, man,
oh my goodness. Dude.
Wow. That's crazy.
Honestly, Pink Labor Place, that was actually kind of wild that you still came in second, because there were a lot of opportunities where the game was trying to deny you the top 3, but you got through there anyway. That was actually pretty sick.
That was pretty good. Well, congrats to you guys.
Congratulations, guys. I hope you all have enjoyed all this. We had a really long dev Q&A today. We had a lot of codes come through, a lot of rewards and stuff like that. And of course, it's always so much fun having Childish on as well. I think maybe we do one more wheel spin, and then we call it a day. Let's do it. It's a little bonus. It's a parting gift. Okay, we only have 3 left. We have 2 that are dope, 1 that is not as dope. Ready, set, spin.
Ether 20k is coming.
Yeah, let's go Ether. Ether, please. Ether, please. It's class summons. Woo.
It's okay, fam. Any free summons is good summons, right? Doesn't matter what they are.
It's true. It's true. Sorry about that. That was probably my RNG. Sorry about that, guys. It rigged.
Yeah. Actually, we need to blame me. I used up all the RNG with our summons, and then that's what you were left with. It's my fault. I take full responsibility.
That's what it is. Dude, Childish had insane luck on those summons, actually. Those were some of the best summons I've ever seen.
That's pretty really good. And I'm excited. The next time we do a stream or whatnot, I'll be able to give you a rundown of how it feels with the Transcend as well. Because this will be my first Transcended skill. That'll probably be my next video testing it out. So I'm gonna show you guys the damage difference and whatnot. So you guys can see the difference.
Oh, that's awesome. So with that in mind, chat, if for some reason you're not following Childish already, you should. His Twitch channel is linked on the title of our Twitch. But if you'd like to follow his YouTube as well, you can use Command Childish, and you can also find it in the description on YouTube. But folks, I think that is going to take us to time today. So thank you so much for streaming with me today, Childish. This was awesome.
It's an absolute pleasure. I've been enjoying this game. since I got into this about a year and a half ago, and like I said, it's the nicest kind of addition to a Sky Arena veteran being able to play a game here on the side on idle, just let it kind of go through. So yeah, very appreciative of this opportunity. Thank you once again.
I agree. It goes without saying. It's like, Childish and I really love Soul Strike a lot, and I know you do too, chat. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. If y'all are interested, by the way, there is a Summoners War Sky Arena stream coming up in an hour. So if you want to show up here at 4 p.m. Pacific time, again in 1 hour from now, I'll see you right back here for some more Summoners War action. But guys, thank you so much for watching Soul Strike today. Take care, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.
Take care, guys.